What is with all these dishes here? You roommates are barbaric. Oh, man. 4 in the morning. Is anybody else awake? Welcome to Hey, I Can't Sleep. Oh, my roommates are driving me crazy with all these freaking dishes. Anyway, I wanted to talk about mindfulness. Why? Well, because mindfulness, if you've never heard of it, it's an ancient concept. You know, it's about being... Basically, mindfulness means being present in the moment. Well, you might say, I am present in the moment, but are you really? Are you really present? Or are you just going day to day? You know, I don't mean that you're... You know, for some of us, it might mean that we're totally not present. And for others, it might mean, you know, we go to work and we talk to our children and we drive our cars and whatever. But what I mean is, in almost every moment, are you paying attention? Like, for some of us, we grew up in homes where maybe things sucked. Or maybe we had jobs that were stressful to the point where, you know, maybe our lives were threatened. Maybe we worked in the police force or firefighters or front line with volatile people. And over time, we disassociated to cope. Maybe we saw things we didn't want to accept, or we didn't know how to deal with, or whatever. So our bodies are equipped with ways to survive, ways to leave. You know, maybe we were sexually abused, maybe we were physically abused, emotionally abused, or we witnessed those things. So we learn to leave psychologically. And maybe some of us had personas that stepped in, or maybe we just avoid feelings at all costs and have addictions issues. Either way, mindfulness is a way to bring yourself back to the present moment. Now, you might say, what the hell do I want to do that for? Well, because if you're not mindful, you're not enjoying your life. You're not being present to the beauty in it. You're checked out. You're distracting. You're running on the hamster wheel, and you don't want to wake up one day and go, where the hell was I? Why wasn't I there for all those things? Just regular things like enjoying a sunset, or, you know, something as simple as doing dishes. I know it sounds crazy and you're like, Zen Daddy, what the hell do I care about doing dishes? Well, it's not about caring about doing dishes. It's that maybe you need something small and more realistic to be present with. In my case, when I joined a DBT group at a hospital, you know, being mindful was something that I had a hard time with, because when I finally stopped, I realized all the things that I wasn't paying attention to inside my mind. And that was a problem, because there were some painful memories that I needed to deal with, that I was so afraid that once I started crying, I would never stop. I was so afraid that once I acknowledged any of it, it would take me down. So when I did mindfulness practices, I got scared and I stopped, because I was doing it for too long, and I was doing it too much. So what helped me was starting with something as simple as washing dishes. You might say, what do you mean? Well, think about the soap. Look, just describe it. It's white and foamy and slippery. The bubbles kind of tickle. You know, if I turn the stream of the water on and I feel the warmth going around it, and I take a deep breath every time my mind tries to wander to maybe ruminations of anxiety or stressful things, I bring it back. I bring it back, and maybe I stick my hand under the water and I feel the warmth and I talk about how nice that feels. You know, or if it's cold, I think, brr, I don't like that. But at least I'm aware of what's happening. That's the point. It's about being aware, because, you know, we don't even have to grow up in abuse, but, you know, the culture can be stressful. You know, we're constantly going and consuming and moving, and, you know, you don't want to miss out on life. You don't want to fill it with so many things you can't enjoy it, and at the same time, you don't want to avoid everything so that you can't be present for it. So What do you do to be mindful? Let me know. In the meantime, do your dishes. Goodbye.